Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood, ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul bony. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. Wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding, girl, I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. And have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, been always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like
king shit. Huh? Man, it's only right I rise. I was born in the fall. My mama and my daddy rode in separate cars. Next time me and him spoke, I was 24. Them boys hard to reach behind them prison walls. Crack error, the proof in his eyes. In this world can't survive institutionalized. The streets will swallow you up like a wolf in disguise. Nowadays, hard to separate truth from the lies. So now I'm on a mission for the people. May your well wishes be equal and your enemies beneath you. That Hennessy is lethal. Be easy on that needle. I pray your heart is real like a Hebrew. We need you. I'm cooking up that work in the lab to supplement it. You know me from that work in the past. It's been a minute. I drop a couple verses. Pastors and the bishops be nervous. Your boy put a hurt in on religion. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. This that work for the serving out the kitchen. You lurking, just know I'm alert and in position. The son of a sauce, so my purpose about to click in. This alhamdulillah when Jamar is back to mixing. I'm way too Marcus Garvey for pimping parties. Too Malcolm Xing to be out here flexing. Too much the youth is running around without direction. They got 1,000 questions, so they out here guessing. CEOs trying to find a way to own a business. In the streets, never Saturday, Jehovah Witness. We gotta bridge the gap, deliver the facts. As simple as that, they into that, it's bigger than rap. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. When all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun. And when all these days are gone, we'll walk up to the sun.
Definitely one of my favorite Jamaar Milton songs, man. You know we had to bring the show in with that. Still a classic. Always gonna be a classic. I think I got hip to that. When did you drop that?
Oh man, don't get me a lie, bro. That was like 2018, 2019.
Okay, definitely. Still a classic. Still a hit in the books. Welcome back. This is Coliseum of Arguments, powered by Titans Debate League. Hold on. Where voices aren't just heard, they're felt. Tonight, we've got a special guest stepping into the arena, stepping into the spotlight tonight, a musician with a message, a teacher with a purpose, and a man who blends rhythm, knowledge, and truth into one powerful force. Jamaar Milton is in the building. Everybody give him a round of applause. If you don't know, like Biggie said, now you know. And that was his music video we just played there. Where was I at? Yes, this is somebody who doesn't just create sound, he creates impact from the classroom to the culture, from the mic to the minds of the people. He's been putting in real work, boots on the ground, something y'all don't know nothing about. What day they say they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about that. So tonight we're not just talking, we're building. We're going to be breaking down ideas, elevating the conversation, and tapping into the mind behind the music and the mission. Y'all already know what it is. Lock in, stay sharp, support the platform, and welcome Jamar to the stage. How you feeling today, brother?
Peace. All is well, man. I can't complain. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing amazing, man. I'm doing amazing. Hey, can you hit your classic intro? I see a couple people typing it in the chat.
Peace. Put your nines up. Y'all, man. We out here. You know what I mean? Assalamu Shalom, Eem Hotep, Grand Rising to the Royal Family. All of that. Lighthouse, what up? I see y'all. Everybody in the chat. Hold on.
That's the intro we was all looking for. Appreciate you. Now it feels like it's about to be a show. Talk to me. So what have you been up to in the past since we last spoke?
Listen, man, just sitting back watching, a lot of things, manifest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things coming to fruition that we had foreseen long before they actually happened. You know,
And
so
you were right about a lot, bruh. Definitely. I remember when you started touching on the politics when it started getting real bad out here. And
mhm.
yeah, you were ahead of the game and you hit the nail right on the head. Go back to his page. Tell them where they can find you as well.
I mean, I know y'all can find me on Instagram at Jamar Jamaar and Facebook Jamar Milton, Jamar A Milton. You know what I mean? YouTube Jamar Milton, everything, all things Jamar Milton.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All things Jamar Milton. And we're gonna get right into it. What first sparked your passion for music?
Oh man, since I was a kid, my story has always been since I was a kid. Say like fourth grade when I picked up my first instrument, I brought home this big ass cello, and my mother was like, "No way." I had to take it back. So, but I had got a couple lessons in before I took it back. So I got sparked my first interest in music. Then I picked up the French horn. Didn't truly much enjoy it, but I learned it. Then from there, I ended up picking up the viola. I started playing the viola. I enjoyed that a little bit more. Spent some time on that, and then from there, I went over to the drums, and that's why became master fiddle on the drums. And then from there, I learned keyboard, guitar. Aside from just dealing with reading music and doing other things, I've always just been delved. My life has always been engulfed in all things music for a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm muted. I said, at what point did you realize that you should start taking it serious and it should become more than a hobby?
Um, I would say early on, just the idea of doing music and performance and just putting on. Like I was always taught to prepare for what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always taught to um, you know, put a lot of effort and time into your craft long before that 2 to 5 minute performance. You know, so um, it's always just been a part of me.
Big bet, big bet. How did your background as a teacher shape your voice as an artist?
Um, it, Lyrically, it just put me in a space where I became more confident in my oratory skills and my ability to convey a message, not just to have a song and a nice jingle, but to be able to convey a message at the same time. Like that was really important to me. I think you might be still muted.
Oh yeah, I was over here saying I don't think I've heard a song where you didn't drop some type of knowledge on this as well as still keep that amazing sound. And it's hard to find a balance, I noticed, for a lot of conscious rappers. Do you
Yeah.
consider yourself a conscious rapper?
I consider myself a rapper that's conscious.
Ah, I like that.
Like, yeah, like, because I could do it all. It's just that during the time when I really started bubbling, we had a real need for consciousness in lyrics. So me coming out, that's what people knew me for. Was to be the conscious rapper, and that never goes away. Like I'm always like, why would I not want to be conscious of what's going on? You got to be a fool to be walking around here and not know what's going on at this day and time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it is what it is.
Next one. What made you decide to transition from teaching into doing music full time?
Honestly, for me, I always had the love of music, but at the same time, like I always had it's how you got like if you got your gun and you know what I'm saying, it's not always the right time to pull out your gun. Like I always, you know what I mean? It's like it's always been fully loaded. I mastered the craft, and it's like when can it be of value? And just during that time, 2018 was when I brought it back out. It kind of just happened, you know. It wasn't really a transition. It was more like an implementation of another tool that I had to convey my message. You know, it just was always there, you know, but to the people, it might look like a transition, but the music was always there.
Definitely was. I definitely used to be jamming to all your intro songs to the podcast.
Appreciate you.
Was the transition difficult mentally, financially, spiritually?
No, honestly, like the music was fun. The music was always fun. It was more as a transition to teaching than anything. And then we reverted back to music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't plan on this endeavor of the Lighthouse. I'm grateful, but I didn't plan for any of this to happen. It just happened. And I was just going with the universe, what it was telling me to do, what I felt like was the right thing to do. And within my power and my gifts. You know, we all come here with some genius level talent. You know what I'm saying? Some people find there, some people don't. But I felt like that was a opportunity for me to be able to use my gift in a way that I knew that I could convey my message. It's a beautiful marriage. Hip hop is best venue you can use if you're trying to convey a message. Besides maybe art, you know, visual art. Hip hop has always been the space where you go to when you're trying to say something and say something powerful, you know, poetry, you know, the way that we express ourselves. It's important. So, you know, for me, you know, it was a joyous experience. It still is. It always has been. It's never going to not be a part of me. It's like almost like a blur because it's your everyday life. So when you're doing it for a significant amount of time and you're on the road and, you know, stuff like that, you become fully engulfed in the culture. You become fully engulfed in being an artist and being able to express yourself in the way that you want. So it's a joyous experience.
Hey, I like that answer. Well, I don't have to ask the next question if you ever doubted what you were doing. I think you kind of summed that one up. And you said that you were
Oh
actually
no, but that doesn't mean there's no doubt, you know.
Okay, well, let me ask this with it. Did you ever doubt the move, or was it a calling you couldn't ignore?
It's like you have ups and you have downs. You know what it was? I figured out my methodology as to how I create. You know, at first when you're a young artist, you know, there's doubt. And that's just from most of the cases from the people that you're around. So you got to get your circle right. That's first and foremost. And then when you get your circle right and you got good energy around you, then you start honing in your craft and you realize, like, it's not that I'm doubting myself. I have seasons as to which I'm going to be a writer in this season. I have seasons in which I'm going to be making beats in this season. I have seasons where I'm just going to be mixing, mastering my music. I have seasons where I'm just going to be working on business. Because, see, as an independent artist, we have to do multiple things. We're not just going in there and spitting a 16 and walking out and everybody's handling everything for us. So when I feel like I got writer's block, it's because other things are happening that I need to complete. I haven't, you know, crossed my T's and dotted my I's to where I feel comfortable creating. You know, as an artist, you're a businessman as an independent artist.
Facts.
So those things got to be, you know, squared away in order for you to be able to create comfortably, you know, and staying in the pocket where you need to be and not venturing off into something that's stressing you out, whether it be with the music business, whether it be with everyday life, you see. So when you creating art and you taking it serious, those are the things that you run into. So doubt, there's really ain't no room for doubt because you're not even doing all of this if you doubt yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to do all of this and know you got all of this work to do to complete the record and put it out. I'm designing my own album covers, my own marketing promotion, my own content. Every content that y'all have seen is content that I uploaded with my thumbs. You know what I'm saying?
Doing your own music videos.
My own everything. Doing my own music videos, editing, just me and my partner Logic. That's it. That's all I got.
Shout out Logic.
Yeah, shout out to the homie. You know, So when you have all of these different variables in play, you can't be in here doubting yourself. You don't belong here if you're doubting yourself at this point. You don't belong there. And you know, we see artists come and go, don't we? You know, we see them come and go.
They'll fall off quick.
Mm-hmm.
What lessons from your teachings do you still apply in your music today?
Definitely, I say musically, sonically, the sound. I like it to display some sort of African elements to it, whether it be, you know, congas, you know, or just the rhythm with the heavy electrical bass, bottom heavy. I like a lot of bass in my songs. The poetic aspect of the spoken word. You know, not just rapping just to be saying a whole bunch of double entendres and be tricky with wordplay. Have a meaning in my oratory skill, to where at least I drop a gem here or two in a verse, you know, besides showing like, yeah, I could do that too. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, and then also visually, like optically, like when you see my music videos versus somebody else's music video, like that's not a green screen. Like that's really the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? That's not AI. You know what I'm saying? Even though I could do that, I showed you that with Build or Destroy. I actually created the first AI music video with Lord Jamar. But we have to make sure that we're showing you the real deal. Like, this wasn't fantasy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Nas. Like, some of the stuff that he was rapping about back in the day, but I'm showing it to you. You know what I'm saying? We're not just going to talk about the Sphinx. Let me show it to you. You know? Yeah.
With that, I want to go to a word from our sponsors and let them get a bite of what we're talking about right here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Jamaar Milton, So Many Bodies. You can go and subscribe to his page, Jamaar Milton, on YouTube, and play all of these tracks. Let's make it.
So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, death is an illusion, homie, so I ain't never worried. Just ever ready, the flow's colder than February, anybody can get it, I'm hotter than the Serengeti. Yeah, back in the day, cook to shoot the heady, catch you a fade, and he do dirty in my little buddies, ready. Snatch for love, hit a nigga with a crossover. Plenty receipts, my homies do not at all sober. LeBron James of the motherfucking rap game, crack cocaine, come and whip you up a batch, man. I'm with the shit, knowledge is dollars, niggas, I'm rich. You won't find a product bigger than this. Downloaded into my conscious and body and ever since. Right now it's starting to make sense. I bless it since adolescent, been practicing, manifesting and stretching out to the heavens and leveraging energy vectors.
Oh, I'm muting in two places. I was saying that was too much for him. I had to stop it. That was too much heat for him. If y'all want more of that, make sure you go subscribe to Jamaar Milton's page at Jamaar Milton on YouTube. And I believe you can check him out on Spotify and all platforms. I used to listen to your double disc on Spotify. Is it still on there?
I'm not sure. I think because I took down a lot of my stuff. I'm getting ready to upload it back up because I switched distribution companies. I'm with Empire now. Hey. So some people could still get it, some people can't. If you didn't have it saved or whatever, you might not be able to get it. So make sure, you know what I mean, that you be on the lookout for when I upload them again if you ain't got it.
Dang, that song was fire too. I had to stop that. That was too much heat for him, man. Too much heat. Stop sharing. Okay, right back to the questions. How do you describe your sound to someone hearing you for the first time?
Eclectic. Urban eclectic. You know what I'm saying? For the lay. It's universal. It really I think taps into not just the here and the now, but futuristic energy, things yet to come. And my music is just me. I'm a channel like any other artist. I don't feel like I'm more special than any other artist. I feel like we all have the ability to tap into it, and we just express it differently depending upon what our wordplay. And we're all tapping into the same ether, though. We all have the same ability. It's you got to hone the skills like a muscle. That's why people go into writer's block and things of that nature. Why? Because you spent too much time focused on something else. So then you fall into that block. But I feel I've always maintained this. I made it a part of my life. It's something that I have to have in my life. So it's a strong muscle. So yeah.
What message do you feel responsible for delivering through your music?
As truthful I can get it. Because what I find that people take different messages from the art. I just want people to appreciate the art at the end of the day. Overall. If you get the message, then good, that was for you. But I'm not trying to impose my message on anybody or convert anybody or, what I'm saying, get them to believe what I believe. For the most part, you see, I don't really do debates or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my style.
You've never debated as long as I've known you.
Yeah, it's not my style. If somebody comes and wants to like challenge me or whatever, we can have a good conversation and we can build, but I would never set up no debate to publicly tear down somebody who's trying to do research or a scholar. You know what I'm saying? That's not my intent. My intent is more to understand and see if this is information that's applicable. You know what I'm saying? Is it something like, do we need to spend a lot of time and prioritize our thought processes to right now? Or is this something that we can put off, and figure it out later? You know what I'm saying? Like Farrakhan said, he said, like, let's get free first and we can argue about religion later. Let's get free first. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was one of the things that I took, and I don't take a lot from him, but you know what I'm saying? You chew the meat, spit out the bones. But that was one of those things that I appreciated, one of those quotes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's the same concept.
I like that. I'm about to start using that one. So when y'all hear me say it, y'all know where I got it from. Next question. Do you approach music more as art, education, or both?
It depends on my mood for that particular record and what I feel strongly about at that moment in time. Every time I record a song, like it's a vibe. Like it's never I'm going into it as constructively. If I do that, if I try to approach a song constructively, it's going to take a long time for me to do that song. My best record I could do in less than 15 minutes, like quick, because it's like a message that is coming right there from the ether. It's fresh, boom, and I'm laying it down. I just so happen to be in the lab when it's coming. It happens like that. I don't approach it in a way to where I feel like I need to construct it like that unless the time was for it. Like 2018 when I was recording 9, that was the time for that. It was like every single thing that I need to say right now is of value. Every single bar, I need to approach this in a way that they know that I'm dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the song was. And it wasn't a lot of humor in that. Like people could tell like from that record, for what I gathered, that I was serious, in comparative to what they were listening to. So, I approach some records like that, but then when you listen to X, X was more like a culmination of everything. It was like it had some serious records on there, but then it had some records that where it's like, okay, he got something for the kids. He got something about love, you know, and relationships and all that kind of stuff. Like I mixed it up because that's what the life that I was living at that time. So everything that I record is authentic to where I'm at, like my space, you know, and that's pretty much how I approach every single project. So sonically, I choose my songs while I'm vibing out during the day. So when you listen to the song, all the songs that for my next album is already in order, already completed. I haven't written a single word. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because sonically, this is the vibe of the beats and the rhythms that I'm literally listening to right now as I'm going through life.
And I know somebody who puts their artist who does their albums like that. They literally get the whole sonic vibe, and then from intro to outro,
Yeah,
then they start
yeah,
writing.
that's what
I'm
I
like,
do.
the preparation, like I admire it because
That's what I
I
do.
see them thinking far ahead into what they're
That's
doing.
right. Because see, that's how you end up creating a message, a story, right? It has a beginning, it has right. You have an intro, you have the body, and then you have the ending. So we're already thinking about that artist who prepare like this and put stuff together. That's my preparation. If there's any preparation that I do, I get a theme of a project for a whole decade of information and sound and what's important.
I want to give them a little bit of this. This one of my favorite songs that you have out as well right now, Shaman. Um, just so that way they can get a bite of the different styles that you bring to the table and how, like you said, you can mix it up. And I believe, did you produce this?
Yeah, I produced this one.
Amazing.
She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't. See, I've been looking for a while. One who compliments my style, and who's fair and most so irresistible. It drives me wild. She ain't got no time to flex. Way too blessed to be his stress. Ain't compatible with no vibrations, nothing like the rest. No, I don't know nobody. When you get down. Want you to be around. Come close to me, baby. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on you. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on you. If this ain't love, then I don't. I just wanna see you smile.
Still a classic. One of my favorites right there. Go
Appreciate you, bro.
subscribe.
Appreciate you.
If you want to get a bite of that, Jamaar Milton on YouTube. He's got a playlist, some videos over there. What was the vibe when you put that one together?
That was around 2020 time, and I was really in a zone, like vibing out, producing, and I had gotten a hold of an MPC Renaissance. That's my favorite MPC to use, and that was one of the first beats that I cooked up on there, and I was just like, "There's no way I can rap on this vibe. Like it's too. It feel like Atlanta. It feel like, you know, that mixed with some Afrocentric type vibe. And once I completed the beat, I just wanted to go there. And I was like, all right, I haven't done an R&B record in a minute, but this is about to happen. Like, so that's pretty much how it happened. It was a surprise to me. Like I said, something like these songs it feels like it just be coming from the ether. Like I hear it before I lay it down, you know? So I feel like the song was already done. Like a lot of times when I make the songs, that's how it feels. Like the song is already done. I just need to do my job.
You just had to tap into the frequency and get the
Yeah,
download,
it's
pretty
already
much.
done. Like I gotta go. I might have to find it, but it's done.
It's crazy. You get the download first, and then other people download you. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope. Uh, what's your creative process like from start to finish?
Start to finish. I go to the lab with the homies. We put one in the air, and beats start playing. You know, and by then, while the beats is playing, me and the homies is building the whole time, just building on whatever we building about that day. And when the beat come on, sometimes it's literally about some of the songs are triggered by literally what we're having the conversation right then and there. And when me and my homies get together, 9 times out of 10, we talking about how to goddamn conquer the world. All sorts of stuff, conversations is be had. So, we it usually starts from there. A hook will come first, more than likely, and or if a hook doesn't come, then the first words of the first verse come. How I'm starting, and then from there, it goes into just me writing just whatever's coming to mind, all the different bars and all the different sounds, and if it's real melodic, I might not even have any words. I'll just have sounds. 9 times out of 10, it'll start that way, where it's not an actual word, it's a sound. So I'm deciphering what that sound is and what word that is. Does that make sense?
A little bit. I'm trying to figure out how you. I'm thinking back to what I saw from Tory Lanez in the studio. Sometimes he'll mumble his way through a verse with no
Yeah,
words, just
yeah,
so that way he can
yeah,
catch the rhythm, the cadence, and all of
yes,
that. And then
yes,
he'll double back and apply the words
yeah.
to. I don't know if that would be syntax or
No, that's
whatever though.
exactly what it is. It's like
Okay.
he's doing the same thing. It's like you can hear the sound of the word in there, and it's like you're trying to like focus it and make it clear what that word is that you're hearing. And in hip hop, that cadence keeps repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me see. Right, I mean, he's frustrated because I'm only engaged. I'm always late on the way. Like I'm hearing that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing the flow and the sounds that it's making, and then I'm responsible for finding the words that go there. That's how I construct it. And then the music now is going to be based upon the words that are coming out of my heart. So that means I got to put the words in there in my heart that go there. The more words that I have in my heart that of abundance of the message that I'm trying to convey, the better record is going to be. The better the record is going to be conveyed. I think you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the proper background. I had one where we were spaced out a little bit. It's not hitting for me though. Let me just run through these real fast. Where'd it go? There it goes. Found it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, what emotions do you try to leave with your listeners? Or leave your listeners with, I should say.
It varies. Some records is going to be, the fun loving. Let's have a good time. There's a lot of rhythm involved. Other records, there might not be a lot of instrumentation in it, because I want you to listen to what I'm saying. More or less than just vibing out. So it varies. I approach each record. Each record has its own fingerprint, and no two are the same. So every vibe is different.
I like how you put that. I like how you put that. Um, have you ever collabed with Joey Badass in the past? I think.
Yeah, of
Okay, I
course.
was gonna say I
Bro.
think I saw a track with y'all before. I was looking for it because I wanted to play it. I couldn't find it though. I thought y'all had a
Oh yeah.
video for real.
No, talk to y'all as I got a video reel of that somewhere in there. Yeah, we just have to look for it, but it's in there. Yeah, me and Joey. I'm not sure if it's still up on the streaming services, but that's one of the joints that would have to go up on the new distribution company.
Oh, okay, definitely. How did your connection with Joey Badass first happen?
Through the knowledge, uh, some people have been reaching out to him, just from what he stands on and what he stands for, and he finally took a listen. I think it was his family members um, that had tapped into my work on YouTube, and then one day I'm sitting outside, me and the homie, we put one in the air, and I get a message from him through Instagram, and he's just mad cool. He's like, yo, me and my homie, he just told me what I just told y'all, that my family put me on to you, and yo, I want to build with you, pull up. So he gave me his address to the crib. I pulled up to his crib, and we vibed out, and we built it. We build on like the deepest stuff, like you could astral projection and stuff like that. Really dope stuff. First day we met, it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So from then on, you know what I'm saying? He told me first day, he's like, yeah, I'm building my studio right now. You know what I'm saying? You want to pull up, pull up. And so he's always looked out. He put me on to a lot of different people in the industry and opened a lot of doors for me with different professional people that work in the industry, so that I, as an independent artist, could make my stuff sound as professional as possible. And that's what I appreciate.
Right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of him as an artist?
Oh, brilliant. Fresh, or, a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I had tuned out for a while from hip hop because of just where it was headed. I just wasn't liking the message and the sound either. And, seeing Pro Era and those guys and those young guys still preserving the art, and really going in on boom bap the way that they was going in, I appreciated it coming from where I come from.
Definitely. You definitely definitely killing the boom bap beats. I didn't even realize that that's what you was doing until like you pointed it out, because I was just rocking with the music. So then I'm like, wait a second, he is doing the boom bap. I'm like, oh, he nice with that. If he brought that back and then mixed it in to where I didn't even really notice, because it was just rocking. So
Appreciate it.
Shout out to you for that one, man. I definitely keep you in rotation. So what was the creative chemistry like with Joey Badass in the studio?
Man, he's really one of those guys that I say, I like to call it the it factor, where whatever he touches is going to turn to gold. He just got he got it. He got the sauce. Like, I was at the homie crib when I had recorded the record. So Talk to Y'all, I had recorded. It was originally going to be just a mixtape throwaway. I just was just like, I had a dope beat that my man Joey Badass's producer had made for me, and he was like, yo, just take some of these beats, and I just laid it down, and I was going to drop it out before the album. And then I laid my verses and everything, the hook, everything. The song was pretty much done, and we had a listening night at my man's crib, and Joey was coming to listen to my album in full and kind of like critique it. So he comes to the crib, and we playing all the joints. We went through the whole album. He loved it. Boom, boom, boom. And then we started playing just joints. You know what I'm saying? And that song came on. Like, Nasty was looking for it, and he just played it, and it played. And Joey was like, "What's that?" Like, we didn't mean to play it. He was just like, "What's that?" He's gonna skip over it. And Joey was like, "Let it play." And he played it, boom, boom. And Joey's like, "Yo, let me get that." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "All right." Like,
that's how I go too, man. It's always the one somebody about to skip over that.
Yeah, he was just skipping over it, and we wasn't trying to find one necessarily for him to get on. We were just playing songs. Like I told you, we vibe out, we smoke, we chill. And then he's like, "Let me get that." And then he's like, we gave him the record, he sent it to him, and then Joey's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be back." He put his coat on, and he was like, I was like, "Where you going?" He's like, "Yo," he's like, sometimes I gotta find it. Sometimes it's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking about like what he was writing, like, you know what I'm saying? And I realized like okay, he works like me. You know what I'm saying? It's like he uses real life and everyday things to write his music. He's like, you gotta have your blood flowing. Sometimes people gotta run or whatever it is. You gotta experience life to write, So that's what he did. And he left for like 15 minutes and came back with a verse and laid it right there on the spot.
Swear.
Yeah. Sure.
That's a legendary story, man. Appreciate you dropping that one here. Coliseum Arguments Titans Debate League for the record books.
No doubt.
What did you learn? Oh, no. Did you both align philosophically, or were there differences?
I think philosophically we both aligned. That's why I was able to make the record. Like he's not going to risk his career, you know what I'm saying, making a record with a bozo. You know at the time, you know, the conversation is he one of the top 3 or is he one of the top 5 rappers like right now? You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't risking it all, you know what I'm saying, on nonsense. So we definitely aligned. Like we was more friends before we did the record. Like we was hanging out many different times before we actually recorded anything. Probably at least for maybe a year at least or 2 before we recorded anything. Just going out, playing pool, you know what I'm saying, going to shows back and forth, you know, and that's it. Just showing love and support.
Definitely. I know I used to see you backstage and stuff with him and stuff all the time.
Yeah, so
flexing, you know. You always step out with your Kemet gear too, fresh, always representing, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for, I like that. You know what I'm saying? People ask like, how do I put the culture in it? Definitely like the way I dress when I step out, when I go to shows. I give them a reason to ask, you know what I'm saying, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? And that's what helps me to engage in conversation in reference to the legacy. You know, everything is strategic.
Hey, segues right into the conversation. I like that. I might have to implement that into some of my marketing strategies in the future here. See if I can switch it up. Can we expect more collaborations from you two in the future?
I don't know. You never know what the future holds. Right now, I'm more focused on just putting out a solid project that I produce fully myself, and that I do myself. So this next project is going to be really self-centered, I should say, in a good way.
Hey.
Yeah, a lot of it, I deal with a lot of world issues, you know. I deal with a lot of issues that we all could possibly relate to. But this next project is going to be about me specifically. And I rarely give people that. So it's going to be a lot more exposure. Yeah.
Segue into how do you blend comedic knowledge into your music without losing mainstream appeal?
That's like, I came into it with that always in mind. And I'm glad you asked that question, because it's really something that I definitely focused on coming into it when I knew that this record was going to be the one. When I was creating 9, I was like, how do I approach this and make sure that it still feel like it could be played in a club or played at a party or played at an event where nobody is on what I'm on? So a lot of that comes from picking the right beats, creating the right rhythms. Because a lot of times people not even listening to what you're saying. They're going to first get the beat and the rhythm first. Then they're going to listen to the intonation, like the tone of what you're saying. That's going to give them a vibe. And then from there, you slip the words in the same way we create the music from scratch. So the way that I do it is I make sure that in life I stay grounded. Because I told you, whatever I put on the page, it got to come from me and my heart. So if I'm too spaced out, you know how you meet some conscious people and they just spaced out, they have lost touch with reality. You're just so conscious. And then you got people that's not barely conscious at all. They just don't know what's going on. So I make sure that I live my life in a balanced way, so that when I'm putting it on the page, it's given a balanced convey. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the only way that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
I
For my
can't be in
eyes.
you can't be in shambles and then be putting out music that's like, you know what I mean?
In
Truly and
complete
authentically edifying.
contradiction to what's going on
Yeah,
with your
like
spirit, your mind, and your
yeah,
situation.
it's gonna leak through. Like the people ain't stupid. Like you know what I'm saying? Us as listeners, we could we trying to tap into your spirit, you know. And when we tap into it, we're gonna be able to tell if something ain't right.
Big
So
facts.
yeah, but some artists is conscious. Some artists that's their cash cow actually, right? Being a crash out. Some artists that's their thing, but that's not my thing. You know, it doesn't mean I don't crash out. It means that I'm not going to try to monetize my crash outs. I'm not going to make that the business.
I
You know
feel
what I'm
you.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
like I try to keep it real. Like you know what I'm saying. Everybody got crash out moments. Everybody got a thing. Everybody got some sort of trigger somewhere. Even though we got try to act holier than now, but I never tried to do that. And my music shows it.
That's facts. Yeah, you don't hear really nothing negative. Not too much negative at all in your music. Um, yeah. What does Kemet mean to you personally?
Um, Culture,
Mm.
tribe, um, village, the things that are important foundationally for your everyday life. Knowledge, wisdom, um, the things that was taken from us, the things that give us value. Kemet represents the embodiment of who we are as melanated beings at its highest level of achievement and restoration. The amount of artifacts that they left us and the way that they preserved it tells us that they had us in mind. So it represents the things that, especially for African Americans here, uh, descendants of slavery, these are the stories that are necessary for their healing, for their growth, um, and just fundamentally for their way of life.
Mm.
So
That's 100 right there.
yeah.
That's real. Um, jump down here to these questions about the Lighthouse. What is the Lighthouse, and what inspired you to create
The Lighthouse is a group of like-minded individuals. It was my following on Facebook. And I didn't really create it. It really just happened. It was just one of those things where you build a following, and the name just came because I got nominated for an award. And when they went to my page to see what I was about, why I was nominated, whoever was doing the flyers, he noticed on my page that I said I'm the bulb at the Lighthouse, right? And it was just a quote that I had put up there. It wasn't the name of my following or anything, but for whatever reason, he thought that's what it was,
it?
and he put it on the flyer at the award show, and it just stuck. So people was like, "Yeah, we the Lighthouse." You know what I'm saying? And from then on, everybody that was a follower of my teachings was part of the Lighthouse. And, they didn't play about that thing. Like Lighthouse, you see, they still in here. We're decades strong, and they still
Definitely
up in
deep.
here.
Definitely
Like,
deep.
so
Put your nines up. Drop
put
your
your nines
nines
up.
in the chat. And what city you from?
That's a fact. That's a fact. It just happened. Like it was so organic, and that's what I loved about it. A lot of relationships came out of that. A lot of people met people that they would have never met and connected with, through it. And those bonds are unbreakable. Like if you ask anybody from the Lighthouse, the bonds that are created are lifelong friendships. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. And even though I was a leader, I was a member too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
That's facts. That's facts. Some of the dopest people I ever met out of the
Mm-hmm.
Lighthouse.
It's a fact.
Uh, what kind of impact were you trying to make with the group?
We just wanted to go out and change the world. Some of the things that we had power to correct and change, we just wanted to put boots on the ground and try to be effective and be proactive about it. We knew that strength was in numbers, and we all uh, stood for the same morals, ethics, and codes. And we stood on the principles of Ma'at, and we felt like that was the right thing to do, was to click up. You know what I'm saying? And let's make it so that we can move around the way that we want to legally without being bothered, and do the best that we can do to spread the Kemetic legacy.
Facts. They said stop talking about them in the past tense. So I'm glad I looked at the comments for that.
I see you, Nisha. I was just talking about the beginning, the old days, like how it started. You know what I'm saying?
I think she was talking about me.
Oh, okay, I got you.
She might have been talking about it. That's funny. My bad. So who is the Lighthouse for? Is it for artists, scholars, both?
Oh, it's for anybody. You know, at the end of the day, if you have the same agenda as we do, which is the spread of the Kemetic legacy, and just remain family orientated. I think that was the beautiful thing about it. Like, we really are a family. Like, when we get together, we call them family reunions. You know what I'm saying? It's not anniversary or whatever. It's a family reunion. And we love each other. That's what it's really about. Is just spread love and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And with that, beautiful things happen. You can build a lot of different things, whatever your heart's desire. And a lot of people from that gain the confidence and the wherewithal to put themselves in better places in life, learning different things. Because sometimes people just don't have the resources, right? And sometimes those resources need to come from people that have our best interests at heart, that want to do the same things we doing, or maybe are doing the same things that we're doing already. And the Lighthouse helped us connect. The 2020 and all the things that were happening, all those things were confirmation of what we had saw prior. So, it's a strong build.
Hey, that's what's up. What kind of discussions or work happens inside of the Lighthouse?
It's mainly about the legacy and like how different ways people can start businesses, different ways that we can implement the Kemetic legacy within that. Is spiritual work being done, energy work, even physical work. We got also different types of self-defense things going on, financial tips, all that type of stuff we have going on from the individuals from the Lighthouse, and a lot of traveling. That's a big asset that we have.
Yes, I got some questions about that too.
Yeah, traveling, land acquisition and stuff like that, going back and forth to the continent, different resources that we do within the conscious community. We became a hub for that. Like, if you're looking to learn different things about the legacy and you don't know where to start, you can build relationships really fast, because really it's a communal thing. Like, you got to have people to really be strong in your walk, breaking people out of religion and stuff like that, and helping them to heal trauma and stuff like that. Like, we have resources for all of that.
Hey, so how do people get tapped in, and where do they find you all?
Just inbox me. I'm on all the social networks, from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. You can hit my email if you want, jamarmilton@gmail.com. The quickest way is probably through Instagram. I can scan and see what you're about and all that. Definitely just send me a message. You know what I'm saying? If you want to connect with me, or you can just send me an email and you can connect with me.
Hey. Do you see it growing into something bigger than it already has?
That remains to be seen. I think that my work definitely is finished. With the passing of Baba Heru, bless his soul. That caused a definitely shift in the culture and how I approach things too as well. So I'm doing things with a more fine-tooth comb, I should say, and just approaching things with a lot more care. because it's not the easiest shoes to fill, and there's not many of us. So um, I have to be very strategic in my approach and very composed. So yeah.
Going from the student to the elder, huh? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's a good feeling though, man. Only got a few more questions. I know you on a time crunch. I'm not sure how long we've been live.
Yeah, I got 10 more minutes for you.
Okay, 10 more minutes. Yeah, let me get to the good questions about Egypt. What was your first experience like going to Egypt?
Life changing. That's really what I can narrow it down to. It's something that anybody that's connected to or feel a connection to that legacy must do. It's like a pilgrimage to Mecca. It's one of those things that you have to do within your lifetime to really breathe the air and just download that frequency. Take your shoes off and put your feet on the continent, on the soil, and just download, man. Like, so many things happened while I was there and then leading up to it and then on my way back. Like, so many things esoterically that happened, from being in the tombs and tapping in with my ancestors and constantly invoking them and saying their names. People even back in the States were hitting me up saying, listen, you came in my dream. 6-7 different people hitting me up that don't even know each other. Like, yo, bro, I don't know what you're doing over there, but you came in my dream, man. And you was wearing this and you was wearing that. And all of them was able to describe what I was wearing and the conversations that we had. The whole time I'm over in Africa, like just in temples, you know what I'm saying? Having these different thoughts and these different confirmations and revelations. And, it's empowering. If you're one of them and you one of those like indigo children, you one of those divinely spirited beings, you need to go and do that. You just need to it's one of those things you really can't describe. I'm still having the effects of it today, still trying to figure it out. I was just talking to somebody about it yesterday, still trying to figure out what exactly that was. That first experience, going there. The second one was the crazier one. You know what I'm saying? It just gets better and better. You can't really do it all in one visit. So, yeah, Egypt is a surreal experience, man. But you know what? I told people the very first moment that I experienced it and I got off the plane, it just felt like it smelled like mom's home cooking, like I had been there before. That's what it smelled like.
Okay.
You ever had that familiar smell? It was a familiar smell. That's what I first took from Egypt.
That's what's up. What were some of the most powerful moments that you had there?
I'm gonna say going inside of the tombs, not so much the pyramid, but the tombs, because the tombs you get to see their stories, and those were the things that I wanted to bring home. I didn't go there just to like go and be in awe. I wanted to bring back the knowledge. So I wanted to be able to let the ancestors speak and tell their stories from their mouths and show what the people look like from their perspective. Because a lot of the knowledge by the time I get back to the States is distorted. So I felt like it was my duty to convey the message right and just document. A lot of the trip mainly was documented.
Okay. Was there something that you saw in Egypt that changed your perspective forever?
Seeing the white Jesus in the mountains, carved into the mountains, where the priests were hiding, plotting on the children of Egypt. That was pretty intense, seeing white Jesus for the first time in Africa, the very first church, and how it was like in the cut and strategically placed and hidden, kind of, but they can look down on the whole Aswan. That was wild. And I was honored to be able to document that. And then also, I would say, seeing people from my tribe, like seeing my face on other people, like in the United States, yeah, I'm black, right? But it's not people that look exactly like me, you know. Seeing my face on an old man, or seeing my face on somebody younger than me, like, wow, like this is my tribe. Like they all look like me. They're all dark skinned, you know, from being baked in the African sun, but all of their features are exactly like mine. Like that was just mind blowing to experience. You know, people don't understand the impact of tribe. That's the difference between like tribe and like family. Tribe is like you got all these different families and they all look exactly the same.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's deep. That's a way bigger scale.
It's crazy.
Any discoveries or details that the people in the West completely misunderstand? That you saw?
Yeah, the Africa, they love black people. They love people of African descent, and specifically Black African Americans. They love us. They know who we are in Egypt. Now, all of Africa obviously isn't like that in all cities and towns where you go, and that's anywhere you go. But Africa, specifically Egypt, they call us brother from another mother. That's what they call us. That's the phrase for Black Nubians, the ones who come from Aswan. We were the original pyramid builders. They know that. You know, so that's what I take from that. That, you know, when you go over there, that's the first thing you're going to realize, and that's what people. That was the main thing that people misunderstood. You know, you hear a lot of stories. Oh, they don't like they don't like African Americans. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie.
That's what they be telling us all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's wild, crazy, and you know what it is. People will, because of their bad experience, and they probably ratchet as hell anyway. That they just attract bad experiences, and then they try to put everybody in that box. You know, just you got to look at the where the messages is coming from. You know, people like that, most people like that, that happens to them often. You know, I'm the type, I can kind of go to any community and I kind of get that love anywhere I go, and I'll hear how other people, I went there, they weren't like that. You know, it's like, you know, you kind of attract that. You know, it's not always the community. Sometimes the way people vibe and the way they move, you know, you can't bring them in every room. So, you know, I don't attract those experiences. And in Africa, I didn't have not one bad experience like that from a local. Definitely not.
There's a saying, high standards protect you from low quality experiences.
That's a fact. Listen, gold. That's a gem.
Write that one down.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, next question. We only got like 2 more left. 3 more. Any discoveries? I got that one. What were some of the most amazing sites that you explored while you were there?
Definitely the pyramids, like just seeing how massive they are compared to you, was one. And I would say when I got in a hot air balloon and flew over the landscape. And
what was that like?
That was incredible. You know, being up there that high and just like so free without like restraint. It was breathtaking. You know, you get to see why, when you look at the sun, why they call it Ra, and, you know, why it was such a powerful thing there, you know, seeing it rise, because you got to go early in the morning to take flight. And when you get to see the sun, the way that it shines over there, it's just different. And the pictures and video that I took was just breathtaking. So,
when I look at the pictures too, the celestial bodies do look like they're different than in America. Like the moon seems like it's way bigger in the background in comparison to like in the States. Is it that true? Does it seem?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, but mind you, so most of the time, I mean, I went in March, but you know, it's on the other side of the planet, so everything is kind of like inverted. So if the sun is normally looking close, it's probably going to look far, and then the moon's going to be close. Like everything is inverted there, even like the way the water goes down the drain. So understanding that dynamic and the balance certain things are going to be from a different perspective. It's going to seem odd, but just overall the beauty of it, these things took a long time to make, and you have to ask yourself, why would the people who is how they make it perceive it to us, why would the people who are struggling and trying to just make it, take the time to build this shit, bro?
Have you seen the recent sound? Oh, I'm not sure the name of what they're using, but they're using some type of sonic technology to see what's under the pyramids, and they have those pillars with the coils around them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you suspect that is?
That study, I think, is groundbreaking too. It's one of those things that anytime something dope like that comes out, there's always like a lot of misinformation, and you don't know what's real anymore. So I don't know any of the scientists that have done that study. I just seen the videos on it and the results from it from different scientists that were doing it. I just hope that it's real, but I also hope that they figure out really what's going on and tell the truth about what's going on with them people over there, man. Instead of just making it seem like they were tombs and what they teaching the little kids, like teach them the truth. Like this was how everything started here, and we're more than just what you see right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next question. I done lost my questions. I done clicked some. But yeah, I don't really need them. Do you think you'll ever be doing Egypt tours again?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I wanted to know, because I was ready to go right before COVID hit, and you had one planned, and then COVID came and it was over with.
My next one will be a stretch from Egypt down to Ghana as well, because I have land down in Ghana. Some of my Lighthouse followers also have land in Ghana, so I got to go down there. That's going to be the next stretch if I do that.
Big bet. Okay, I'm gonna stay tuned for that one coming soon. Closing remarks.
Hey man, listen man, it's good to be back. I appreciate you for having me on here. We definitely gotta do this again. Block out some more times and delve into some serious topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
For sure. It's a dope platform for sure. And shout out to all my Lighthouse followers that's in the feed. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. And stay with me, tap in when we are. I love y'all. May the divine force in me be the divine force in you. May you manifest every heart's desire. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Peace.
Peace. And like my motto goes, treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. We're gonna end with the song by Connie's Son, Same Heart. I usually check. Oh, you know what? What song you want us to end? We gotta end with a song by Jamaar Milton.
Nah, you know what? Play that Connie's Son. That's my bro.
Okay, we're gonna end with this song by Connie's Son, Same Heart. I usually check them out on Spotify, but you can check them out on any platform. Tell them A1 sent you if you head on over to his Facebook. Have a good night. Peace.
Peace.
The devil, whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never owning it level. Think about letting that thing small, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and they the one taking the aim for it, and I'm the one taking the blame for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay it for the time you was hating, you gon' pay it for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay it for the time that you hit on women, you pay it for the time that you flipped on family. Karma karma gon' come your way, young nigga. It can be any day, young nigga. The way that you played your hand, I forgive you, but back in that sandbox, can't forget you. Killing my mentor, tell your little brother the issue. How did we go to them pistols? Know I'm official, know that I try to uplift you. Kinda knowing that I miss her. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never on any level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and I'm the one taking the blame for it, and they the one taking the aim for it. It ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. One more hate, it really ain't gon' matter. More pale lips, just me, more chatter. Can't hold hands going up no ladder. I fall from up here, then my shit gon' shatter. I'm putting on for my whole family, but we on a different road, family. You told folk that I told family, but I never did fold when the folks had me 100. I never been fake in frontin'. I told younger nigga make him something, you told younger nigga take him something, and he the one that took that from his cousin, and that there got the whole family fussing. Got big sis beefing with her brother, even through it all still know I love you, but every second I think I trust you. I'm smart in the game, you made it hard in the game. I'm loving, I started the lane, I'm hard as they came. Melody target they brain and they draw like a martyr with flame. How far I done came, you was not part of the blame, you was just part of the strain. You was so grimy that niggas ain't wanna come fuck with me, but that's just part of it. And I'm the one taking the blame for it, they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never on any level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart.
Dog, I be chillin', minding my business is living in purpose and standing on 10. Can't be compared to these skinnerless rappers still pumping their hate while I standing on trends. Got all my shit out the mud, all the homies like buddy done it again. I used to spit it for free for niggas not better than me, then they hit me the ears. None of these niggas is like me, mimicking the voice style, it gotta be jokes. I used to think they was grimy, now the way they be tweaking, it gotta be coke. Yeah, he said he was rich, but shit he's still concerned with, he gotta be broke. You from the era of streams, I'm from the era of fiends. Inside of the stove, he wanna collab, it's probably a no. He don't wanna crash with Hollywood Coke. I've been eating bad while out on the road, but after this fast, my body will glow. How did that go? That's what your bitches be saying whenever I body a quote. Don't be a hoe, that's what my missus be saying whenever I pop out the dough. Oh, close your eyes, I'm a visionary, cannot be defined by a dictionary. You can feel the vibe and it's anywhere you go. It's genocide to an adversary. Bro, spin the block on a merry go. Safety lock off, then we let it go. 1-2 shot, many more. That's how the shit blow. Had to find myself, stand on purpose, grounded, redefine myself. Switch up my surroundings and get by myself. That's where I find my wealth. Had to find myself, living purpose, grounded, redefine myself. Switch up my surroundings and get by myself. That's where I find my wealth.
I had to find myself, staring at the ceiling, redefine myself. So tell me, is you with me or I'm by myself? That's where I find my wealth. Get back in emotion. Said I pop a better bed when I go back to the Ultron. Got the flame in my veins, it's insane how I really spit fire. I ain't even put a coat on, so y'all better get the coat on. At the age where I ain't like no one. Said I really got the people out of feeling for this shit. Even crackheads calling it